Yet another update following several more earlier this month on the legal case against Matt Gaetz. So I want to remind you of a little bit of the history and the new ripple that's been added to it. Back on September 4th, 2017, according to his confession letter, Joel Greenberg called his friend, Representative Matt Gaetz, with some bad news. A teenager both men had paid to have sex with was underage, Greenberg claimed. Now, two sources tell the Daily Beast a cooperating witness can confirm details of that call for one damning reason. He was in Greenberg's office when the call took place. So we already knew about the confession from Joel Greenberg. We know about the allegations. Now there's apparently someone who is there to say they were there for the call. The witness is Big Joe Ellicott. So again, you're getting a real sense for the social circle of the congressman. Greenberg's longtime best friend and an employee at the Seminole County Tax Office recently pleaded guilty to fraud and drug charges as part of a cooperation agreement with federal prosecutors. Two people briefed on the matter can confirm Ellicott was present for the call. The call, they said, was short, and Gaetz was the one who ended it. And we can sort of understand why that would be. Now, Ellicott's corroboration, if true, would contradict Gaetz's repeated assertions that he never had sex with an underage girl as an adult. He told the Daily Beast last March, quote, "The last time I had a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old, I was 17. Instead, if this is true, it would suggest that Gaetz has been aware of this fact for nearly the entirety of his time in the House of Representatives. It's the sort of thing that would really weigh on a normal person. I have a feeling Gaetz has probably been okay with it. Again, these are just allegations, Viviana, but apparently there was a witness that was there for that phone call.
It's really baby Gaetz. Here he goes again. I mean, I have suspicions that he knew of this the whole time. I mean, clearly he was paying for sex from young women. He wasn't very concerned with whether or not they were underage. It's really, really sad. And here's an example about how the right, there's this arbitrary line of what's old enough, right? Here's a 17-year-old in Florida trying to access healthcare, and she's not mature enough. But yet she could be in bed with baby Gaetz over here, and that's okay. She made a decision. She knew what she was doing. So it's really horrible. We knew the guy was lying. I knew. I mean, my gut was telling me he was lying. Now we have some more hardcore proof. We weren't for sure. Now we know he probably did know. I assume he knew the whole time, and he was actually looking for either underage or very close to being barely legal type of.
Yeah, well, and let's bear in mind, this is not the only woman that is alleged to have been wrapped up in this. This is just the one where there's the clearest train of evidence. That said, I still don't know how much expectation I have of anything. It all looks bad and it keeps looking worse, but I mean, look, Gaetz' ex-girlfriend testified earlier this month as part of an immunity deal. We got this new guy, we got Joel Greenberg, but they seized Gaetz' phone in December 2020. It's been 14 months. What has it been since then? Yeah. What is taking us so long? And so that's why, as it grinds on, I start to fear more and more that no, he's a congressman. He's gonna find some way to get out of this.
He's a congressman from a very powerful family, so he has a lot of people that can pull strings for him. This is not against people who are doing sex work, but when you are actively seeking out very young sex workers, that's concerning.
Yeah,
that's concerning.
And are these women gonna want to testify? Do you have any idea how many death threats they will immediately get if they come forward? And for years and years and years from the right, because this guy is a MAGA guy.
Mr. Gut on the 5, look at what he'll tear him apart. I mean, you can't.
For years he will.
You can't say anything, and they'll call her a whore, and they'll do all you know what you were doing. There's no benefit for coming forward and fighting this fight against powerful white men like this.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all sacrifice. Okay, really fast. I just want to jump to the last graphic here. This is how producer Sophie found out that there was new Gaetz news. It was this tweet from Matthew Gaetz who says, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Because he has gotten a lot of tweets intended for Matt Gaetz along the way. Poor Matt Gaetz. He did not do these things, just to be clear.
He's like, here it comes.
Oh no, dear God. God, no, as Nina Turner would say. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.